Well, if we aren't back at the event, the escape room event that we've been working on since quite a couple of episodes. So today we have a little bit more to do over here. This is the community district where we basically all put something of ours in, and of course I'm going to put in a couple of houses because I have a city in there, so I'm gonna make a couple of houses over here as well. And actually I'm gonna take care of a temple for Levi as well. He hasn't done much down here, so I'm gonna take care of that up here for him. And he wanted to build a Maya temple, so I'm just gonna plop that in here. And yeah, we're gonna do that in today's episode. I might show you a little bit of the progress, but first of all I think we need to kind of build this in creative mode. Oh yeah, and of course, welcome back to a new episode of Krenia. So what I have here now is a couple of houses, obviously, but we have those three houses here, and I've already done all the detail on the outside, at least I think. Maybe I might add a little bit of detail on the roofs, but yeah. Also the gardens will need a couple of stuff in them, because right there, they are a little bit empty. And of course, the inside of the houses is also very empty. I have 2 floors in them, but yeah, they're also still completely empty, so I'm gonna have to put a lot of stuff in there. And yes, I'm gonna build those houses on Krenia, and then I'm gonna worry about the inside. There we go. Took me quite a bit to make this, and yeah. Oh, apparently I missed a couple of details on the walls, but yeah, I've already started decorating the gardens and the interior. I have already built it in creative mode. Now I only need to kind of make everything inside of here on the survey. Yeah. So yeah, the rest of those buildings, and then we still have to do this part. I've already built this as well, but of course I first want to finish this one before I get over to this one. But yeah, I will get to this very soon. But first, let me finish all those houses real quick. Okay, here we go. So, now the interior is fully put in, and we have a couple of bookshelves, a couple of beds, and all of the things you would basically need in a real-life house, except for the toilets. But we don't really have the space for that, and plus we're in Minecraft, so it doesn't need to be realistic at all. And yeah, I'm pretty proud of how this turned out. I think this should be more than enough. I even put in a couple of fence gates here so that you can walk through all of those yeah, properties of the houses and stuff like that. So yeah, those are the 3 houses. I still need to put in a couple of details in the gardens, but I will just do that in the end. But yeah, now let's turn our attention to this part of the property. Levi's part that will reflect the Maya temple, the Maya or Aztec, but yeah, I think he wants to make Maya temples, so I'm gonna build a little temple here in the jungle, and we're gonna connect all of this together, and it's gonna look pretty good. I've already built it in creative mode, so now it's only a matter of recreating it here on the server. So let's do it. And one quick transition later, we have this beautiful, very rundown and very chaotic jungle with the temple in the middle. Also put a couple of signs which basically say that it's dangerous and that you shouldn't enter. And yeah, it's a jungle, the temple inside, which is exactly what this is supposed to be. Levi has also started building a little, well, not building yet, but making a little bit of progress over here. So yeah, we're gonna be just fine, I think. Also, I think I should probably kind of fix this, because my roof here is kind of breaking Levi's water curtain. So I'm just gonna remove those blocks here, and yeah, and then the water should be able to run down without any problems, and everybody will be happy. Probably not, but you can hope. And apparently that one as well. So yeah, that should be it. And yeah, also I have put a tiny little bit in the gardens, a little bit of grass and a dead tree. Well, not dead, but it's very wintry. I mean, the feeling is very snowy and wintry, so I decided to make the tree also in winter mode without any leaves. And yeah, a couple of flowers, but those were already there. And yeah, over there, the winter just disappears completely, but that doesn't matter. And apparently, yeah, I still need to make the road back here. And we have some company. Well, let's just ignore those, and yeah, we're gonna just put in the road over here, and then I think we can continue making a little bit over at our own district, at our own property, or over here. Because I've noticed that until now the video is very, very short. I expected to have a little bit more material, but apparently that's not the case, so I'm gonna have to stretch it out a little bit and make a little bit more today. But yeah, you can remember the little tunnel that we made last episode here, and also the little labyrinth down here. Yeah, there's probably going to be a couple of monsters down there, but it doesn't really matter, I think. As long as you don't die. Yeah, that doesn't really matter at all. Let's just throw a little bit of rotten flesh over at Levi, and let's build the road over there, and then let's continue making our own progress. I'm gonna take those torches, because why not? Mine now. Okay, yeah, good, let's do this. A very, very simple road, and a little bit of damage over here, with a dandelion growing at the broken bits of the road. Yeah, very simple and very clean over here. A little bit more messy over here. Oh, dang it. I also forgot to make a couple of things here, because this is technically supposed to be... yeah, there's supposed to be a little bush or something like that. So, simply putting a couple of leaf blocks right here, and there we have a bush. Yeah, this should be fine. And I still did not put in the blinders over there. So I'm gonna... Blinders? Blinds? You know, the things that you can put over the windows so it gets dark. Gonna have to put those in real quick. There we go. Very simple, but very effective at detailing it a little bit more. Yeah, that should be fine. And now we can finally go on with making our own progress. I know that's the same exact sentence that I used before, but I mean we can start building a little bit more here, because time is running out and I still need to do a little bit over here. So let's get down here and let's make the final rooms. So I have made a tiny little room over here. I'm gonna ruin it a little bit, make it a little bit more cave-like, and maybe put a couple of things in, like cupboards, maybe chairs, barrels, stuff like that, chests, something to just make it seem a little bit more filled up. And then if we go over here, we have another little room that basically has a little stairway over there, and that stairway is supposed to lead down there. And it actually is, but yeah, we are trying to make kind of like a royal room, like a throne room, or maybe something of a magic shrine or something like that. Just basically to, yeah, have the items that we're trying to hide in there. And yeah, we're gonna make something big over there and a couple of details down here. But honestly, I don't really know what to do with this right now, so I'm gonna have to wait a couple of days until the backup is online and I can basically build all of this in creative mode. And yeah, for now we're just gonna focus on the upper room, the first room that I've shown you, this one right here, and we're just gonna make this one instead of doing this one down there. I'm gonna start by doing this one, and I think that's the last thing for today. So let's quickly do a couple of details in here. Well then, you know what? Let's do a deal. I show you what I've done, and you tell me what you think of it. Deal? Deal. So, I have put in a couple of things, and it is very much like a cave here. So, I've done a couple of things like barrels, a bookshelf, why not, and a table with a couple of lanterns over there as well, so that it is lit up. Don't need that torch. And yeah, we're gonna have to wait until the backup is online so we can do more over here. But this is kind of like the pre-room for the end. You can basically make up a bit of a story here, like in Indiana Jones movies or something like that. You often see like people finding something and then preparing stuff before they go in, or maybe they just have a planning room right in front of it so that they can plan outside of it. And yeah, this is just something that you go through, but it's not really important to the escape room. It's just there because it looks good. So yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of it in the comments, and I don't ask for it very often, at least I think, but if you enjoyed it, please leave a like and consider subscribing, of course. But I hope that you enjoyed watching, and I hope we can see each other in the next episode. So, if so, until then, and as always, goodbye for now.